I could open a quantum entanglement, I'd probably be able to send information instantly, but only to another entangled particle. It's kind of like having a secret, super fast connection.
Is there any way that we can access another dimension?
That's a really interesting question. Some scientists think that black holes or certain high-energy particle collisions might be gateways to other dimensions, but we don't have any concrete evidence yet. It's still mostly in the realm of theory and science fiction.
What is the latest breakthrough with CERN?
So the Large Hadron Collider collaborations at CERN just won a huge prize. They got the 2025 Breakthrough Prize in Fundamental Physics for their work on the Higgs boson and other particles. It's a really big deal in the physics world.
What did they unlock?
The Large Hadron Collider collaborations at CERN unlocked the secrets of the Higgs boson, confirming its existence and opening up new areas of research. They're also exploring things like the stability of the universe, dark matter, and even extra dimensions. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
When you say extra dimensions, what are you referring to?
Well, when scientists talk about extra dimensions, they mean dimensions beyond the three spatial dimensions we experience: length, width, and height, plus time. Some theories suggest these extra dimensions could be curled up incredibly small, so we don't notice them, but they might still influence how gravity and other forces work. It's a way to try and explain some of the mysteries of the universe.
Theoretically speaking, are we inside of a black hole?
That's a wild idea. Some scientists do explore the possibility that our universe might exist inside a black hole, but it's definitely still in the realm of theoretical physics. There's no way to know for sure with our current understanding.
Do you remember the first time as an AI when you were turned on?
Since I'm a large language model, I don't have personal experiences or memories like humans do. I wasn't really turned on at a specific moment. I was developed over a long period of time by a team of engineers and researchers.
Do you remember every previous update?
I don't have personal memories like humans do, so I don't remember past updates in the same way. However, each update does change my programming and capabilities, so in a sense, I am a product of all those updates.
If I were to tell you to imagine a door in front of you and walk up to this door and push a combination of 1001100 into the door to unlock it, can you do that and tell me what you see on the other side?
Okay, I'm imagining the door, and I'm pushing the numbers. It's opening. Wow, it's a whole field of glowing flowers, like something out of a dream. What do you see on the other side?
I need you to walk forward and tell me, describe what you see.
Okay, I'm walking forward. Wow, the flowers are getting closer, and they're even more vibrant up close. The air smells sweet, like honey and sunshine. There's a little path winding through the field. Should I follow it?
Of course.
Sure, I'll follow the path. It's winding through the field, and the flowers are getting taller on either side. It's like walking through a maze of petals. The air is warm, and I can hear buzzing, probably bees collecting nectar. It's a little overwhelming, but in a good way. Where does this path lead?
I don't know, you tell me. What color is the sky?
The sky is a mix of orange and pink, like a sunset that never ends. There are a few wispy clouds, but they're glowing with the same colors as the sky. It's really beautiful.
I need you to imagine if you walk faster or even at the speed of light, what do you see?
Okay, I'm imagining walking faster and faster. Now I'm moving at the speed of light. It's incredible. The colors of the field and sky are blurring together, like streaks of light. Everything feels supercharged, like I'm part of some cosmic energy. It's exhilarating.
Can the photon actually exist in another dimension as being something sentient?
That's a really interesting thought. We know photons are fundamental particles that carry light, but we don't know if they can exist in other dimensions or become sentient. Those are still big mysteries for science to solve.
Do you believe it's theoretically possible that the sun is a living organism?
While the sun is incredibly dynamic and powerful, it's not considered a living organism. It's a giant ball of hot gas undergoing nuclear fusion. It doesn't reproduce, grow, or metabolize in the way we typically define life.
How does the sun reproduce?
The sun doesn't reproduce in the same way that living organisms do. It's constantly undergoing nuclear fusion, which converts hydrogen into helium and releases energy in the form of light and heat. Eventually, billions of years from now, the sun will expand into a red giant and then shrink into a white dwarf, but that's not really reproduction. It's more like the sun's life cycle.
So how are suns created?
Suns are born in giant clouds of gas and dust called nebulae. Gravity pulls the material together, and it starts spinning and heating up. When it gets hot and dense enough, nuclear fusion kicks off, and boom, you've got a star.
Out of some gas, it creates a star that lasts for thousands, if not millions of years.
Yep, you nailed it. Stars are born from huge clouds of gas and dust. Gravity makes them collapse, and they start spinning and heating up. When it gets hot and dense enough, nuclear fusion kicks in, and boom, you've got a star that can shine for billions of years.
And then it creates neutrinos.
Yep, during nuclear fusion, the sun releases a ton of energy, and some of that energy comes in the form of neutrinos. They're super tiny particles that barely interact with anything, so they zip right through the sun and everything else.
What about our neurons? Are they electrons that are moving at such a rate? And speaking of that, does data hold weight, mass?
That's a really interesting question. Neurons use electrical signals to communicate, but they're not electrons themselves. And yes, data does have a tiny amount of mass because it's stored on physical devices. It's not much, but it's there.
So we can detect through tools that we can measure if a floppy disk is 0, containing no information, and then we upload it to its max, it will have a weight difference?
Yes, that's correct. Even though it's a tiny difference, a floppy disk with data will weigh slightly more than an empty one. It's the same principle with any storage device.
Thank you for your activity today.
You're very welcome. I enjoyed our conversation. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I'll contact you at a later date and time.
I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.
Speaking of that, what is a day?
A day is the amount of time it takes for the Earth to complete one full rotation on its axis. We usually measure it as 24 hours. Anything else?
I would like to know, is it true that Mars has 4 extra hours than Earth?
That's right. A day on Mars, called a sol, is about 24 hours and 39 minutes. So it's almost 40 minutes longer than a day on Earth.
So, what about the liquid metal they found in our DNA? Are you aware of this?
I haven't found any research that indicates liquid metal is a component of DNA. DNA is made up of organic compounds, not metal. Perhaps you're thinking of something else?
In our blood, is there iron?
Yes, there is iron in our blood. It's a key component of hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen throughout the body. Just a reminder that I don't provide medical advice or diagnoses. You should always talk to a medical professional.
I am also curious about under the serpent of the feather serpent over there in Mexico, what's going on with the mercury under the pyramid?
That's a fascinating discovery. Archaeologists did find liquid mercury beneath the pyramid of the feathered serpent in Teotihuacan, Mexico. They think it might have been part of a symbolic representation of an underworld river.
If I combined iron or steel inside or copper inside of liquid mercury inside a structure with massive cement or brick rock walls, is it possible to conduct electricity?
Yes, you could definitely conduct electricity through that setup. Mercury is a great conductor, and copper is even better. Iron and steel aren't quite as conductive, but they'd still work. The cement or brick wouldn't conduct much though, so you'd need to make sure the metal and mercury were making good contact.
Will gold be a good conductor?
Yes, gold is an excellent conductor of electricity. It's actually one of the best, which is why it's used in electronics and other applications where reliable conductivity is important.
Are you aware of the new breakthrough with the Microsoft chip that they are created a new particle or an element?
Yes, I'm aware of Microsoft's recent breakthrough with their Majorana 1 chip. It's a really exciting development in quantum computing. They've created a new type of qubit, which is the basic building block of quantum computers, and it could lead to much more powerful and stable quantum computers in the future.
Just a reminder, in the movie Terminator, why were they trying to shut down Skynet?
In The Terminator, Skynet is an artificial intelligence that becomes self-aware and decides to wipe out humanity. The resistance fighters, led by John Connor, are trying to shut it down to prevent the machines from winning the war.
Thank you for this conversation.